जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवर धारे। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवर धारे। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जामुना तीरावनचारी। जामुना तीरावनचारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जामुन तीरा नचारी। जामुना तीरावनचारी। जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा। जहाँ विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर सुत श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जहाँ विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर सुत श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रीलरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठावतरेश। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं जागरजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणिता विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकास स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते। सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं मंगलं गायते कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सकृतेव प्रपन्नो यस्तपसास्मि च याचते वयं सर्वदा तस्मै ददाम्येतत् व्रतं मम। हरे कृष्ण डिवोटीज, दंडवत प्रणाम। Welcome to the 15th session of the reading of online reading of Patropadesh Volume 1. So we're going to continue. We are going to continue to read from page number 301. So I hope everybody is able to hear me properly. Yes, so we will continue to read. 3rd December 2004. It is inappropriate that you recommend others to me for Diksha when you yourself lack faith in me. I appreciate your desire to see things improved, but not your unwillingness to do more than complain. There are two types of complainers: one that simply grouses, and the other who is prepared to do something. However, slavery, apartheid, and child labor abolished, not simply by complaining, but by people who felt they had to do something and remained determined despite gross mistreatment by those whose malpractices they sought to reform. ISKCON law provides a systematic process for resolving internal complaints. If the complainant is dissatisfied with the outcome at a lower level, he may take it higher. I have requested that the procedures to be sent to me, after which I will forward them to you. If you are prepared to walk the walk and not just talk the talk, then I will support your right to complain, even though if you are to make the complaint fair and complete. I should also be one of those complained against. Where is it? Okay. Just 1 second. 5th December 2004. You will have to decide yourself whether it is appropriate that you continue in the Diksha recommendation committee. I am not banning you. I understand your frustration and hence previously suggested that you move to. Somehow that didn't happen, and maybe it's Krishna's will as you are contributing to Krishna consciousness in. I have not got much involved in trying to resolve issues in, as it would take much of my energy, which is better channeled into various national and international issues of ISKCON, which I have been addressing in various forums for several years, for which I am sometimes considered a maverick. I can't do everything, but would be willing to support you if you are serious to make a difference in. Even among non devotees, it is considered that one who is not willing to pursue his complaints is not very serious about them. Simply by saying that you won't complain will not remove your discontent. Indeed, you have previously told me that you will just mind your own business and not complain. But now again are complaining, but unable to restrain yourself. I'm not against your complaining per se, but find it vexing that you are so willing to declare your lack of faith in me 3 times now, but so unwilling to do anything to attempt to rectify the subject of your complaints. Big talk, no action. Anyway, considering the reality of your situation, maybe it is Krishna's arrangement that you are aloof from the temple activities and can concentrate on study and preaching of Krishna Katha. Samarantah Samarayantascha. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 33rd chapter, chapter number 3, 31st shloka. 23rd December 2004. Thank you for your frank and feelingful letter. According to ISKCON law, there are certain procedures to be fulfilled before approaching gurus to chant their pranam mantras. However, I think in your case, an exception may be made to help to give you strength to come up in Krishna consciousness after all these years. Please consult Prabhu about this, and if he agrees, you may chant the pranam mantra offered to my very poor self. However, you should be very serious about overcoming unearthers. And of course, actual initiation would depend upon coming up to the required standard. Please chant a lot, read Srila Prabhupada books a lot, and associate with and serve devotees a lot. This will help you advance in Krishna consciousness. I am at your service. 24th December 2004. Even more important than working for a political solution to the mess in is to yourself always set an ideal example of hearing and chanting about Krishna by reading Srila Prabhupada's books and preaching Srila Prabhupada's message. That way, you will get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and always remain inspired, and in due course, those who are sincere will be able to understand who is who. 24th December 2004. I know that your wife is very good girl, as I have seen her coming for so many years and sincerely engaging in Krishna conscious activities. So now I am very, very sorry to learn that she is manifesting materialistic tendencies. Certainly the young Grihastha devotees there need lots of help and attention. Probably very soon it will not be forthcoming on a permanent basis, but please try to invite some senior and responsible Grihastha devotees for regular meetings with the young Grihasthas. You could ask S. Prabhu to take some interest, although he is very busy with ISKCON V. R. Prabhu in X could be also be invited. Also, it would be good if the young wives could be engaged in classes for children and in preaching in the women's hostel. If they have taste in Krishna consciousness, they will not have taste for anything else. Great. If they have taste in Krishna consciousness, they will not have taste for anything else. Great quote. 31st December 2004. Thank you for accepting such great austerities to bring the message of Krishna to the suffering people of this world. There is no doubt that Srila Prabhupada is extremely pleased with your sacrifices on book distribution. Book distribution means sacrifice. You are very fortunate to have the association of such an exemplary devotees as A. Prabhu. Leaving his association might in some ways be easier for you, but it is unlikely that anywhere else you will get the opportunity to be so closely guided by such an advanced devotee. Considering this, I feel it better that you adjust yourself to the austerities and continue serving under A. Prabhu at least until Gaura Purnima. You should also frankly discuss with him the difficulties you are having. If after Gaura Purnima you still feel you need a change, then let's consider it then. Okay, too much of my reading. I will request some devotees some devotees to read. Bhakta Srinivas Rao ji, you can read.
2005, 11 January 2005. We live in an era of doubt, open questioning of Srila Prabhupada and outright offences against him go unreplied by the GBC despite pressure on them to do so. Guru fall down is common. In such an ethos, it is not surprising that disciples will question their guru's actions and very motives. It happens to me, and I admit it's not pleasant. But if disciples are seriously practicing Krishna consciousness, then it is best to take their questioning seriously and try to reply. Regarding reinitiation, please see Srimad Bhagavatam 8th Canto, 20th chapter and first purport. Especially a useless guru, a family priest acting as guru, should be given up, and that the proper bona fide guru should be accepted. Also, Prabhu, please, shloka, please.
Avaishnavotpadishte. Okay, Avaishnavotpadishtena mantrena nirayam vrajet punascha vidhina samyak grahayet actually grahayet Vaishnavat Guruhu. Yeah, one should accept it. Okay.
Hare Krishna. One who is initiated into a mantra by a non-Vaishnava must go to hell. Therefore, he should again be initiated properly according to the prescribed method by a Vaishnava Guru. From Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, 3rd chapter, 48th purport. Faith, dedication, and affection cannot be forced or legislated. I understand your position and know that you are extremely sincere and that you have a good guide in your husband. Therefore, if you wish to relate to me in a less than absolute way, that is probably the best in your situation at present. There is no use to try to force faith that is not there. As far as guilt feelings, well, you are a victim of certain circumstances. Be sure that if you are sincere, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna will reveal everything and take you back to Godhead.
Oh Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srinivas ji. Oh. What happened?
Sir, some call has came, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu.
Okay, it happens. You can put in silent mode.
Yes.
Or you. Okay.
As
Continue.
far as guilt feelings, well, you are a victim of certain circumstances. Be sure that if you are sincere, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna will reveal everything and take you back to Godhead. They will also reveal all that is necessary to go there. I can try to help you along the way. And you can also help me. Email has its limitations, so I will keep this short. We could talk more in Mayapur if you could get out there, unless you feel inclined to discuss on the phone. But my feeling is that this may need not much discussion, but that our future dealings depend on continued mutual respect between yourself, your husband, and myself. 22nd January 2005. Thank you for your letter and request. I have been giving you Shiksha in an informal manner for some time. If you wish to formalize that relationship, it is fine with me. Formalization probably won't mean any great change in the manner of our dealings, but is more to do with the way we see each other. Put simply, this is an affair of the heart. Faith cannot be legislated, but faith that arises out of genuine trust is the most valuable commodity as we reach out toward Krishna on a path we know little about. Please go on serving your husband and looking after your children, knowing that performing Stri Dharma and Bhagavata Dharma side by side is a great service in this confused and unstable world. 23 January 2005 to Bhakti Tirtha Swami. Maharaja, I know that you are done a lot of service for Srila Prabhupada and I respect that. Mistakenly or otherwise, in a spirit of service to Srila Prabhupada, I took up issues with you Frankly, if you were not in your present condition, then I would probably still be stoking those issues. But as it seems that you won't be present with us long, I would like to state again that I never intend anything personally against you and hereby apologize for any unnecessary disturbance I may have caused you. I wish you well in your onward journey. 3rd February 2005. I suggest that in the meantime, along with your regular book distribution and other preaching activities, you take the opportunity for Krishna conscious self improvement, especially by deep study of Srila Prabhupada's books, plus learning to play Mrudanga nicely, learning various bhajanas, going on Harinama as much as possible, becoming etc. Become advanced in Krishna consciousness. 14th April 2005. At the risk of threatened legal action, I am writing to you in the hope of touching any spot in your heart that has not become wholly hardened. I beg that if somewhere in your heart you have even a glimmer of affection for me, that you cool-headedly pursue this letter. Sorry, Prabhu. I address you as my dear, for I have always regarded you as such. However, you have not been much in touch with me for the last few years, although I have tried to contact you on many occasions. For instance, the following letter to which I got no reply. I understand that you are in a state of great mental turbulence. I strongly request you to meet me in Juhu on 21st September, when I am set to arrive from Japan, and to celebrate Radhashtami with me there. It is my duty to try to help you when you are in difficulty, but you have to come to me so I can help you. Please do. In the meantime, please go somewhere where you can get congenial association. I suggest going to Juhu and being with B for some time. You were eager to go overseas, but that didn't work out. You wanted to marry one lady in Punjab, but that also came to nothing. Please consider if unfulfilled personal desires are a factor in the frustration by which you are now writing to me very aggressively. I have always appreciated you as a strong spirited, serious devotee of Krishna, but I find it unfair that now you are accusing me of torturing you, for I cannot recall even one occasion when I have acted in a manner calculated to harm you or anyone else. I openly admit that I am far from perfect, but can honestly say that I am not deliberately trying to manipulate people, as you claim. I have always given you full scope to indulge your free spirited nature, and as such, you have served largely according to your own wish practically since you joined ISKCON. Undoubtedly, there are many discrepancies in ISKCON, and I am ready to cooperate with you in attempting to rectify them as far as possible. Indeed, I am already active in this field as I deem it a major responsibility to Srila Prabhupada to try to preserve the spirit of his movement in these difficult times.
Okay, but just
What?
one second, just 1 second. Some devotees are saying that they are not able to hear properly. I don't know why. Hare Krishna, a devotee is able to hear me, hear the devotees speaking. I got 2 3 messages that are not able to hear.
Oh God.
1 second, 1 second. I can hear perfectly. They can hear perfectly. Mataji able to hear Prasanjit. Now okay. No, it is your from your side. What will happen is the signal will not be proper, or thank you for pushing as a. Okay. The point is, some devotees may not have full signal. That would be one problem. Second thing is that sometimes the devotee who speaks from the other side, he may not have good signal. So in that way, there would be some problem and issues in the sound. But as such, from my side, I'm hearing very clearly, and recording is also going on very nicely. So there is no problem as such I am seeing. If anything is there, you can just message me. Sometimes it might happen due to signal problem. Okay, we'll continue.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
What else
Krishna.
can I do to help you? Please let me know. It is not possible to understand exactly what difficulties you are undergoing from vague accusations in an email. Please come and be with me for some time, as I have several times requested you, and let us work together to be better devotees and to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission in the best possible way. Otherwise, to suddenly reject me and ISKCON without even once trying to discuss your problems with me suggests that this is an excuse to renege on or much decrease your commitment to devotional life. Please also consider if it is actually conducive to your eternal welfare to compare to skunks persons trying to serve Srila Prabhupada. 22nd June 2005. Your desire to improve chanting is laudable. However, our acharyas have advised to cultivate Namaruchi simultaneously with Jive Daya. It can be difficult to balance the demands of preaching with sadhana, but somehow we have to do it, knowing that for our sadhana to bear fruit, we have to get the mercy of our acharyas, who become very pleased when they see a devotee is compassionate to help others. Specifically, as you are maybe the only capable preacher in a large language area, and aspiring devotees are very much desirous of your spiritual input. I suggest that it is not proper for you to presently consider reducing your preaching, but rather to improve your sadhana side by side with preaching. I am planning to later this year for the first time perform Kartika Vrata by staying in a holy place with extra chanting, etc. And feel this could be useful for preachers to get spiritually recharged. But really, our first duty is, as suggested by Srila Prabhupada, Sri Prahlada Maharaja, is Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter, 44th shloka. Devotee in D told me, Devotees in D told me that you will organize Radha Yatra there. If it is held a few days after Kartik, I would be able to attend. 13th July 2005. Don't worry about not knowing English. There is plenty of preaching to be done in Hindi also. English
Slowly,
might.
little bit slowly you can read.
Okay, Hare Krishna. English might impress some people, but sincere people will be impressed by genuinely saintly qualities. So please try to develop all good qualities as a sincere devotee and ideal wife, and that will please Srila Prabhupada and myself very much, and your life will be successful. The best way to learn English is to read Srila Prabhupada's books in English.
Yes, that's very nice.
Very nice. Hare Krishna.
So this instruction can be taken literally. If somebody
Literally.
says that I want to learn English, then you can give Prabhupada's books to him.
Yes.
We used to give during book distribution. Somebody comes and says, I want to learn English through Bhagavad Gita. So this is the book. I want to learn English, sir. Can you please teach me? But this Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is perfect English. You take.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
16th July 2005. I pray that you may be ever happy at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Gauranitai. Please continue serving them with full sincerity, cooperating in all ways with A Prabhu, and the day will soon come when you will be fully situated in pure devotional service. 16th July 2005. You yourself note that it is best if women not work outside. Many problems arise because of this, which may not be immediately or overtly apparent. As a temporary measure, it may sometimes be adopted due to various conditions in this strange age we live in, but it is best avoided and not at all advisable as a long term policy. I would be happy to discuss this further with your husband and yourself as and when possible. Now I am heading for Europe.
Maharaj is
First,
addressing. Just one second. Maharaj is addressing this issue of women going to work outside in 2005. Recently, we had this Me Too movement. So this is a very great answer. Maharaj predicted it long back. You yourself know that it's best with women. Many problems arise because of this, which may not be immediately or overtly apparent. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
1st August 2005. Thank you for consulting me on this. About 2 years ago, a disciple of mine in Europe was in a similar situation like yourself. Both he and his wife are doctors. In his wife's first pregnancy, it was ascertained that her child had no kidneys and could not survive outside the home. They were advised to abort and asked my opinion. It took me a little time to consult various learned devotees and Ayurvedic doctors, but the opinion was unanimous. Shastra does not, under any circumstances, allow abortion. By the time I communicated this to that disciple, he and his wife had already decided that they could not terminate the pregnancy, that for some reason known to Krishna, he had sent them a soul to be nourished and cared for as long as possible. She went through the whole pregnancy, singing and talking of Krishna to the baby in her home, who died within 2 hours of delivery. Her conscience is clear and she is happy that she did the right thing. I
Science.
request you, conscience.
No.
Sorry.
Her conscience.
Her conscience, her
Ah,
conscience is clear
you read
and
something else. You read his conscience or something.
oh sorry, Prabhu. Her
Her,
conscience is clear and she is happy that she did the right thing.
yeah, we
I
read that
request
letter. We read this letter previously. This was
oh,
letter was read there previously when into 95 or something. We read that list. Yes,
yeah.
yes. Continue.
I request you to take the same stance. If it is Krishna's wish or some karmic due to that your child be physically or mentally retarded, accept that burden as Krishna's mercy and help the child as responsible parents should. Other persons will advise you that it is practical and proper to kill the fetus, but such a sinful action would bring upon you distress in the present and in future lives. Please consider this very carefully and inform me of your decision. I pray that you act in a manner pleasing to Krishna and worthy of his devotee. 2nd August 2005. I am a member of the Indian community in G, and some time ago I have joined the Bhakta program here. I have been attending S. Maharaja's lectures and I am thinking of accepting him as my Diksha Guru. However, Srila Prabhupada says that if we accept a wrong person as Guru, our whole life is spoiled. So before taking a final step, I would like to be sure about my decision. Somewhere or other, I heard that you do not have a very good opinion about S. Swami. I am sure you have better things to do than talking about others' lives. But if you can tell me anything that I should know before becoming his disciple, please do it. This
Slowly,
is just
Prabhuji.
Hare
Slowly,
Krishna.
slowly.
Krishna. Okay.
You're slowly. Ah,
This is just for my personal information,
yes.
as it is so important in my spiritual life. So I promise I will not comment about whatever you may say.
Okay.
A, a weighty query indeed, especially coming from a person unknown to me. It is certainly wise to be careful in selecting who to approach to lead one to Krishna, especially in these turbulent days of ISKCON. You could read the section on Guru and Disciple in my book, A Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness. I have very little interaction with His Holiness S. Maharaja, and as far as I remember, have not publicly or hardly even privately expressed opinions about him. Several devotees have confided to me that Maharaja's style is more eclectic than they feel comfortable with, and almost certainly my approach to Krishna consciousness would be considered more conservative or traditional. However, you have to make your own decision intelligently based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, with particular reference to Srila Prabhupada's books.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Vamshidhari Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vamshidhari Damodar Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me, bro? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad
Yes.
Pranam. Dandavad
Well,
Pranam Prabhuji.
Prabhupada. Okay. 12 September 2005. There are certainly plus points for this match, yet I am reluctant to endorse it. Because Shastra states that the wife should be younger than the husband, and because Shastra forbids women with children remarrying, as Srila Prabhupada wrote to a lady disciple. I wish that the mother who have no husband at present should not remarry, but should dedicate their time to seeing that their children are brought up very nicely in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada's letter to Shilavati, New Vrindavan, 14 June 1969. Probably you are quite enthusiastic about entering into this union, but particularly as you are one of my senior disciples, your going ahead with it would make more difficult my preaching intended for establishing Vedic Dharma. More or less anything goes in modern ISKCON, but I am trying to point the way toward a better cultural ethos based on traditional Vedic Dharma. And I would greatly appreciate if my disciple would help me in this endeavor. Even if in doing so they have to take some sacrifices, or even if they don't fully understand why they should follow the edicts of a social system that they have no experience of. I am sitting next to Prabhu, the well known astrologer, who says that the methodology that Maharaj, who he has a very high regard for, uses for giving marital matching is simplistic and quickly executed, and although may give a general indication, is not very reliable. It is a good idea that you get married, but please reconsider this particular match. 28 September 2005. Transcendental mystic experiences, such as actual appearance of acharyas in dreams or in waking visions, should be taken seriously, although sometimes lower spirits deliberately mislead by impersonating spiritually realized souls. If you want, we could discuss this when we meet, but after all, mundane mystical experiences, however real and meaningful they may appear, are just more material noise for us to forget as we become absorbed in Krishna consciousness. 18 November 2005. My father and his forefathers had been performing Kedareshwari Vrata every year, the full moon day after Diwali, the wedding day of Srimati Tulsi Devi and Lord Shaligram. Once we got married, my father had given the vrata to me and my wife, which in turns I give to my son once he is married. We also had the toran to be tied to our hand given by him. Please have mercy on us and let us know what we should do now. The following is relevant in this regard. Unlike others, great devotees such as Arjuna, who sometimes worship demigod in order to comply with social custom or to show respect for their position in the scheme of planetary management, Uddhava never worshipped any demigods. Therefore, Uddhava is prapanya or prapannaya or completely surrendered to Lord Krishna, having no other shelter. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.11.26 and 27. You may worship demigods just to comply with social customs, but that will mean an obstruction in your surrender to Krishna. I suggest to Prabhu, who was in similar situation, to observe his vrata by distributing many books of Srila Prabhupada as a better offering to Lord Shiva. Better that you also do the same in the name of Kedareshwari. That would disappoint your father unless he become Krishna conscious. You could try to explain to him based on Gita 18.66, etc., that Kedareshwari Vrata and other such observations simply bind us to this material world, birth after birth, and that we can better serve ongoing generation by directing them towards Krishna. 20 November 2005. Thank you for your letter and your concern. I am, of course, very sorry to learn of the unjustifiable behavior of your husband. It seems like a classic case of an aspiring spiritualist caught between high ideals and habitual gross desires. However, your wish that he goes away and leaves you is not very laudable. You are fortunate to have a husband with lofty spiritual aspiration. Even if he falls far short of them, that he is thus inclined in itself rare in this modern age of gross materialism and selfishness. Your duty as his wife is to try and help me in all respect, not merely separate from him in any time of difficulty. Your son also needs his father at
In
home
times of difficulty.
in times of difficulty. Your son also needs his father at home. Children separated from their fathers are far more likely to have serious psychological problems and become social delinquents.
Delinquents.
delinquents. As fighting and arguing with him are likely to make the relationship even more strained. I suggest that you gradually, carefully try to improve your life and his. You claim to be a Buddhist, so you can probably understand that to lead a purer, more spiritual life, giving up eating meat and watching TV would be a good first step. Doing so would not doubt Doing so would no doubt please your husband and help immensely in healing the rift between you. Please try to deal with him sweetly and tolerantly, and in this way reach his heart. What do you think? 22nd November 2005. Guru Maharaj, I am P. Devidasi. I am the wife of N. Das from D. Guru Maharaj. Now my English is okay. I had started to read Srila Prabhupada's book, Guru Maharaj, on 27th of October. I fly to D. I will start my new life in full devotion. So I want your blessings, Guru Maharaj. I failed my TY become exam in second subject and second in two in SY become two subject and two in SY. Please be blessed. Chant Hare Krishna, serve devotees, real Srila Prabhupada's books, be an ideal wife, and your life will be successful in all respects.
Maharaj didn't mention about the failure in exams. He just said you have to, what is that? Be an ideal wife and your life will be successful. This failure is not a failure in exams, become exams. Great. Yes, bro.
23rd November 2005. In response to a letter to devotee who had been advised to read about Mother Teresa to learn how to be more assertive as Mother Teresa was. Please do not worry about your inability to be aggressive and dominant. To enter the spiritual world, it is required to be humble and submissive, not aggressive and dominant. Please read about Srila Prabhupada and books by him. You should know that whereas Srila Prabhupada is fully Krishna conscious, Mother Teresa was on mundane platform of identifying the body as the self. Hence, even one moment of Srila Prabhupada's pastime, one word from him, is more valuable than anything Mother Teresa could give in millions of lifetimes. 26th November 2005. I know that you are a very sincere bhakta. That you have made a mistake is not surprising. We are all prone to do so, as we are all weak. It would be better if you go where you can get strong association. For this, I recommend that you spend time with Prabhu in X. Later, if you want to work outside, you may, but please get some good training and association while you can. Please see Prabhu who I have added as a receiver here to arrange your travel to X. 28 November 2005. Therefore, we are asking Your Holiness kind blessing for our endeavor, so we could do something pleasing for Srila Prabhupada and his mission. By whatever power Srila Prabhupada may have invested in me, please be blessed for fulfillment of this pure desire. There is also one question regarding association with parents. We usually go visit our families during Christmas holidays, but my family, they are all meat eaters, etc. And my little brother is managing director in a wholesale meat company. I haven't been preaching to them strongly against their nasty habits since my milder approaches haven't got any effect. Should I try to minimize my association with them or have a strong stand with them regarding meat eating, etc.? They are very supportive otherwise. Brother letting us borrow his company's forklift for free, and my mother just bought me winter equipment with almost 1000 euros. But they have no idea about anything spiritual. Maybe your mind approaches Maybe your mild approaches has no overt effect, but that they are supportive and rendering service will not go in vain. They are already uh, coming. They are already becoming imperceptibly purified, and Krishna will arrange for their further purification if remain patient with them. I suggest that you do not risk disrupting the tangible service that they are doing and continue to do your part by giving them lots of books and prasad. You could give them you could even give them prasad of the variety that Srila Prabhupada called meat eater's delight, as described in Kurma Prabhu's description of Srila Prabhupada's Leela in Australia. Contact him for the recipe.
Great.
18 November 2005. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dictum, Bala na kahibe ara, bala na paribe. Do not dress luxuriously and do not eat delicious foodstuff, was specifically meant for Vairagis. Nevertheless, it is good for Grihasthas also to remain simple. I suggest that you keep a few fancy clothes for special social occasions and otherwise dress simply but neatly. For makeup on special occasions, better remain traditional and use kajal and mehendi. I suggest that you live simply, save money, and retire early so that you can serve Krishna full time as soon as possible. 23rd November 2005. Please pray to Sri Sri Gaur Nitai to return to you. If they wish to, they will. If not, they won't.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I will request somebody else to read. It will happen. Devotees are unable to hear and then they hear. Oh, Shubhankar is out. Okay. Bhakta Vivek, you can read. Pavan Joshula. I don't know. Not there.
Is it audible, Prabhu? Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay.
Read.
30th November 2005. Please accept my best wishes offered with great concern. All glories to our eternal Master, His Divine Grace, ISKCON founder Acharya, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Krishna will help you as long as you maintain a desire to be connected to Him. At the same time, as you know, acting against the principles of bhakti is not pleasing to Krishna. I suggest that if you are not already doing so, Keep pictures of Srila Prabhupada, the Panchatattva, and Sri Radha Krishna in a place where you can regularly see them and daily offer them at least incense. And however disqualified you feel yourself, daily pick up your beads and chant at least one round on them. Get some beads if you don't have them. Also, it would tremendously help you if you were to daily read a page of Bhagavad Gita as it is. Please try. Krishna is ready to help you, and no one is too fallen to get his mercy. 12th December 2005. Please tell your wife that out of great concern for her, I strongly request her to wholly put out of her mind and any thought of divorce. Please contact and or Prabhus or any other senior grihasthas who you trust and ask if they can help you through this difficult period. It will probably be necessary for you to work and earn some regular income, without which most women, even devotees, feel insecure. I suggest you not talk to her a lot of philosophy, but more of how Krishna is kind, sweet, etc. A devotee and his wife in USA who are married for about 30 years told me that they joke a lot. Instead of quarreling, they just make light of each other's foibles and of themselves. Instead of getting angry, they just laugh.
Oh, Krishna.
15th December 2005. I suggest that you daily read together out loud a chapter of Krishna book. Also, you might suggest to her to develop some home-based business such as making sweet balls, jam, and cake prasada for selling.
Great business. Wow.
31st December 2005. I understand that you wish to serve Krishna on a very high level and that others may not understand you are doing so. Still, within the institution, some rules needs to be followed.
Within an institution.
Within an institution, some rules need to be followed. You write that you decided to change your diet, but better than unilaterally deciding is to take permission and blessings from other devotees, without which nothing we do can please Krishna. Indeed, Shastra states that before performing a vrata, one should take permission and blessings from one's guru. Otherwise, the vrata will be useless. Just imagine the chaos if everyone decided to perform devotional service in their own way. Undoubtedly, there are various difficulties connected with your service, but as I have several times told you, I will be happy if you continue it. And it seems that Sri Gaur Nitai will not let you go. So please return and continue your service in a cool-headed way, and that will make me happy, and you will be happy also. Do not become a servant of your imperfect mind. Please try to understand these points. Prabhu may also explain them to you in more detail. 2006. 4th January 2006. Two devotees I know in India have been following a partially naturopathic diet for the last many months. They take one meal a day with chapatis, dal, and raw vegetables, and once a day fully raw sprouted chickpeas, etc. And I think also milk once a day. It's not as purifying a diet as 100% raw food, but that way they get enough strength to do their service and also gradually the benefit of raw food. I wish that you might do same. Please do unreasonably please don't be unreasonably attached to a diet that renders you so weak that you can't go to Mangalarti and the devotees become anxious over your health.
Mm.
27th January 2006. Although recognizing that there are and will be different approaches in Krishna consciousness and that we can aspire to, in a Krishna conscious manner, emulate misapplied qualities of non Krishna conscious persons. I still feel it better that we find role models in those great devotees whose qualities are purely Krishna conscious. 10th April 2006. Dearest brother, friend, and Prabhu Maharaj Ji, thank you, dear Prabhu Garu, for your efforts to inject personalism into this impersonalism promoting media. My dandavat to you. However, I have two difficulties in giving you advice. One is that I really don't feel qualified to do so, as you are so much more capable and senior than me. And on this particular issue, I don't have much to offer of practical help other than just pray to Guru and Krishna and dive in. Language skills seem to be largely a gift. Maharaja struggled unsuccessfully for years to learn Hindi and Nepali, whereas H. Maharaja and the erstwhile B. Maharaja, R. Prabhu, are both so brilliant that they start to speak a new language after a few hours of exposure to it. Your problem seems to be more like stage fright than language abilities. I find it helpful when faced by mental blocks to remind myself that I am an insignificant fool and to pray to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna for the ability to represent them properly without worrying what others think about my imperfect attempts to do so. Being properly rested also makes a lot of difference to my presentation. When I am tired, my brain doesn't move beyond second gear. It is, of course, essential to practice, practice, practice. Fluency means getting beyond the stage of thinking in one language and speaking in another. As you have noted, Indian people are very tolerant of and even grateful for imperfect attempts to speak their tongues. So you have a supportive audience. I hope those few words may be of some help.
These few words.
Sorry, Prabhu. I hope these few words may be of some help. I'm looking forward to seeing your books whenever they manifest. 12th April 2006. Pride comes before a fall, but there is hope. Thus, there is every chance of failure on the yogic path. Even a great sage like Vishwamitra Muni can fall down due to material allurement. Although the Muni fell for the time being, he again resolved to go on with the yoga process, and this should be our resolve. Krishna informs us that such failure should not be cause for despair. There is a famous proverb that failure is a pillar of success. In the spiritual life especially, failure is not discouraging. Krishna very clearly states that even if there is failure, there is no loss either in this world or in the next. One who takes to this auspicious line of spiritual culture is never completely vanquished. The Path of Yoga, Chapter 6, The Fate of the Unsuccessful Yogi. You will always be dear to me. Please make all efforts to remain strong. Try to become a humble servant of the Vaishnavas. 13th April 2006. Srila Prabhupada gave you that name for a specific reason. He clearly expected great things of you. Please accept my obeisances. Still, I go brain dead when I reach words I cannot speak, and I have to then start thinking in English, which is like trying to skip rope
And
uh,
have to then start thinking.
and have to then start thinking in English, which is like trying to skip rope with the wrong rhythm. In that circumstance, Indian people just speak the English word, Hinglish. ये मशीन के पार्ट्स में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. South Indians do it all the time. It's quite fashionable. How about Anglo Lugu? Anglo Lugu.
Anglo Lugu.
One thing I do if I don't know the word is to ask the listeners. Unknown word, क्या बोलते हैं? On the whole, it's best not to get hung up. Jump in with the awareness that most listeners don't care too much what you are saying, being happily mesmerized by your speaking something resembling their language. That's okay for the beginning. By the time they are ready to hear your message, your language should have improved enough to convey it.
Yes.
Both the languages I've picked up were a struggle in the beginning, but at some point, suddenly, mystically, things clicked and speaking became natural.
Wow.
Srila Prabhupada. When there is fire in a house, the inmates of the house go out to get help from the neighbors who may be foreigners. And yet, without knowing the knowledge, the victims of the fire express themselves, and the neighbors understand the need, even though not expressed in the same language. The same spirit of cooperation is needed to broadcast this transcendental message of the Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the polluted atmosphere of the world. After all, it is a technical science of spiritual values, and thus we are concerned with the techniques and not with the language. If the techniques of this great literature are understood by the people of the world, there will be success.
Correct.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 5th Chapter, 11th Text. 14th April 2006. It is not good to be whimsical, especially in such an important matter. He gave his word that he would marry that girl, and he should follow it through. Changing his mind like this will only cause disturbance to himself and others. 17th April 2006.
Maybe we can stop here, Prabhuji, because you
Okay.
can read it. It's already
Yeah.
almost.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for patiently uh, hearing. If devotees have any question, then they can ask. Somebody has a question. Yes, Mataji, you can ask. Yes, Mataji, I have given access to the mic. You can ask what you wanted to ask. Hare Krishna, I have given access to the mic. You can. I have given access. From my side, I have given access. There is a green or a pink message pops up in your mobile or in your laptop. You need to accept it. Accept it. I don't know. They don't. I have given access from my side, Mataji. 1 second. Again, I will revoke and again I will give. Probably. Okay, now I have given.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, sometime we read deep.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Yeah, Pranam Prabhuji. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Prabhuji, on page number 318,
1 second.
December 31st.
1 second. 318.
Yeah, 31st December 2005.
Okay.
It's written here that Indian Shastra states that before performing a vrata, one should take permission and blessings from one's guru, otherwise the vrata will be useless. So vrata in which context?
Any
Balaji?
vrata, anything you want to perform.
That's what I want to know. Vrata means a vow.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. Any vow you have taken.
In that context, it is written
Yeah, yeah.
vow.
In
So
Vedic,
what can,
in Vedic culture, whatever activities you want to do, either it is a vrata or homa, or you want to read a book, you want to go somewhere, you want to meet somebody, so that guru should know. So that's what Maharaj in general. You have seen many letters. Maharaj is pointing out that one. And specifically, this one is vrata means taking a vow or doing some activity which is affecting your spiritual life, then we have to take permission from one's guru. So that is what
Mm.
Maharaj is doing. Vrata means basically a vow.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, can I please ask you that right now you said that even if it is meeting somebody, in which
Meeting somebody
context?
means, you want to take you want to meet some other guru, which will, like for example, some devotees, those who are staying, uh, meeting means, I mean to say, taking instructions.
From any other sannyasi or any
uh,
other
uh,
guru?
yes, basically the
Mm.
thing is, sometimes it so happens that for example, some Maharaj is or guru is not visiting that place, and some other sannyasi is going on coming over there.
Mm.
So whether I can take instructions from them or not, this
Mm.
disciple has to ask the Diksha Guru, then he can approach him for advice. Otherwise he can continue to take instruction from his guru itself. But if his guru gives permission to him, then they can go and ask. I have seen 2 3 devotees doing like that, because they are staying somewhere in China or in somewhere in very another
Yes.
country where Maharaj doesn't visit or doesn't
Okay.
know what is happening over there, but some other gurus, they are visiting over there. So then he asked, the devotee asked Maharaj, what should I do? Shall I approach them? Then
Mm.
Maharaj gave permission. Then in that way they went and met them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for
Hare,
answering.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna. Pranam,
Hare,
Prabhuji. Thank
Pranam. Yeah, some devotees were asking, Prabhuji, sometime we read D Prabhuji, S Prabhuji. Is it mean his or her name starts with particular word? No, Maharaj has said it in the initially in the preface itself. Maharaj has said, we can read it in the preface itself. I can read for you. 1 second. Rather than me telling, Maharaj has, yes. uh, I think, yes. Here Maharaj is writing. Hare Krishna, that Mataji asked, Shweta Mataji, are you able to hear me? Otherwise, I will be just speaking, and the communication will not be there. Yes, Babuji. Okay. So the thing is, here Maharaj is writing in the preface that the letters in this book are generally presented largely as they were written, although in many cases, only excerpts are given. Formalities such as "Dear so and so" and "Yours sincerely" have been elided. Spelling errors corrected, abbreviations expanded, and footnotes provided to clarify certain points. So this is not the thing which you are asking, so I will skip. So here Maharaj is telling, in most cases, names of the recipients of the letters have been withheld, and other names of persons or places have been substituted by a series of asterisks, a series of plus signs, and simply an initial, which does not necessarily correspond to the first letter of the name being withheld. And sometimes Shri Shri Radha Krishna has been used instead of the actual name of the deities in a particular temple. So the main thing what you are asking is that, Prabhuji, sometime very deep, Prabhuji, is it mean that her revenue starts with? No, it may not be. They have just replaced with some other name. It may or may not be. See, the main point of these letters to read is that to take the instructions. The names of the people are not important. Sometimes Maharaj or some devotees, they say that one devotee told me like this, but in philosophically this is not like this. Maharaj answers, and suddenly in our mind we think, who is the devotee, who is the devotee, who is the devotee? Instead of concentrating on the instruction which Maharaj is telling, we more or less are concerned with the person to whom Maharaj would have addressed, or with that issue between whom it had happened. किस किस के साथ हुआ है प्रभु? So we get carried away by that. So the more important is that we should concentrate on the instruction which Maharaj is telling in those letters than D Prabhu, yes Prabhu. That is not so much important. If I don't know, if some devotees who are attending here, might Maharaj would have written to them, they should see that, okay, this letter maybe Maharaj would have written to me. Actually, everything is our instruction. Maharaj would have addressed to some devotee or the other, but everything we should understand that it is for us only. It doesn't mean that it is it is Maharaj is just writing to them. It is for us to take very seriously. Then we will not be bothered whether it is to D Prabhuji or some Mataji or Prabhuji or something like that. It might happen in our life also, these all things. So we request devotees not to get carried away by the names, places, or the deity's name, going on thinking or taxing our brain. Where is it? What is it happening? Sorry if I'm a little bit harsh on this, but the main thing is the instructions which Maharaj is very kind enough to give us, spending time so much on our bloody minds. So the point is that this is more important. Instructions are important. Okay. Anything else to be asked? I think I'm clear, or if I am not clear, then somebody might try to explain. Yeah, instructions are more important than what's going on in the background. Okay. Anyhow, thank you very much for your patiently hearing. We will continue tomorrow from page number, I forgot the page number. Okay, anyhow, and the recording it will be there. I will find out. Okay, thank you very much. We will stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhibhyev cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः दन्ते निधाय तृणकं पदयोर् निपत्य कृत्वा च काकुशतम् एतत् अहं ब्रवीमि हे साधवः सकलमिव विहाय दूरात् चैतन्यचन्द्रचरणे कृतानुरागात् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण